A very good day from myself, Devon Govender, and welcome to Speed Down Under. This is KZN's premier harness racing selection show, and it's proudly brought to you by Gallop TV. Of course, as usual, we are covering the race meeting that takes place this Friday, the 11th of April, at the headquarters in Western Australia at Gloucester Park, and it really looks like a nice card to get involved in. We do have some selections. We've got some previews for you. Aldo Cortopassi is going to be joining me on the line. He's a trainer driver from Western Australia in Perth, and he's going to give us a detailed insight on this Friday's race meeting. Good day to you, Aldo. How are you doing?
Going very well, thanks, Devon.
Had a good week thus far. Everything good back in Perth?
Yeah, been a beautiful week in Perth. Weather's nice. We won a race, which was good, so all's going well.
Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And these selections, they've been doing very well, especially the best bets. So we got the strike rate up once again.
Yeah, just need to tidy up a little bit of the jackpot, and hopefully we can get it right this week for the punters.
Yeah, hopefully we can point you in the right direction come this Friday. We do have a jackpot and a best bet lined up for you. But before I get into that, Aldo, I have to touch on race 3. You do have a drive there. If I'm not mistaken, it's one drive on the night on number 5, Vanderbilt. And we got the Aldo Cortopassi fans here in South Africa. What can you tell us about this individual? Because that last win was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, look, I think it'll be very hard to beat again. And he'll roll forward. He's very tough, this horse. I'm 3 for 3 on him. So I think this week he'll be going very close to winning again.
Well, there you heard it from the driver himself, Aldo Cortopassi. He's very confident about Vanderbilt in race number 3. Of course, this featured as the best bet on the show previously and arrived in style. This horse did a little bit of work in the running, but claimed the victory there, and Aldo is unbeaten on this individual, and we'll be following that with great interest. So race number 3, number 5, Vanderbilt will be the firm first selection, and you've heard the confidence there from the driver, Aldo Cortopassi. Let's move on to the jackpot, which starts in race number 5 on the card, and this is over 2,130 meters. Take note that this is a Group 3 contest, so it is quite a competitive contest. Aldo has gone with the numbers 6, 4, and 1. This horse, Aldo, number 6, Magnificent Storm, is in magnificent form.
Look, he's the best horse. But he's going to have hard. He's going to try to hold the front. Otis is going to be hard on his back, and Bunrick is back to his best, and I think he should just be too big and too strong this week.
My apologies there, Aldo. We just broke up in the beginning of the conversation. Did you say he's one of the better horses in Western Australia?
I believe he's the best horse in WA.
Okay, there you heard it from Aldo. He believes that Magnificent Storm is one of the best horses in Western Australia. He's very, very confident about number 6, Magnificent Storm, and this is currently trading at around about $4.20 in the anti-post market, and this could represent some decent value. I see you've backed it up with number 4, Mr. Smarty, and number 1, Otis. Can we throw that into the exactas and trifectas?
I think that's your trifecta right there. Magnificent Storm from Mr. Smarty and Otis running third. I think it's going to be a very technical race. Junior will try to hold the front, make Magnificent Storm work, and Otis is going to be taking the trail probably on Mr. Smarty, so he'll have the last crack at them. And I think that's your trifecta right there.
There you heard it from trainer-driver Aldo Cortopassi. A beautiful insight there on race number 5 at Gloucester Park, which is the opening leg of the jackpot. And those numbers 1 and 4 represent plenty of place value. Include that in your exactas and trifectas. The numbers for us, 6, 4, and 1. Moving on to race number 6, which is the second leg of the jackpot. Just the 2 numbers here, numbers 5 and 6. We'll start with the Better Arcade, Aldo. A good last win there.
Yeah, I was was very impressed with the last win, and I think it's going well enough to get another win on the board.
And then you backed it up with number 6, Prince of Pain for Greg and Sky Bond with Denny Roberts in the cart.
Can never leave the combination of Bonds and Denny Roberts out. They're a very strong team. They're going very well. Their horses always present well. So you just can't leave them out. And I think this Prince of Pain probably hasn't been going as well as he could be, but could easily turn the tables this week.
There you heard it from Aldo, numbers 5 and 6 there for the second leg of the jackpot, but the first selection will be number 5, Better Arcade. Last win was quite impressive. If he does fluff the lines, we've backed it up with number 6, Prince of Pain from the Greg and Sky Bond yard. Moving on to race number 7, which is the second last leg of the jackpot, and we've got numbers 5, 2 and 8. This horse, number 5, Just Call Me Mickey, has been in top form recently and looks tough to beat here.
Really impressed with this horse. I just think he'll be working forward. Dictate the race and will be too strong for him in the end. But really impressed with this horse. Looks like a ready-made racehorse.
Plenty of confidence coming through there for number 5, Just Call Me Mickey, and we have backed that up with number 2 as well as number 8, Rolling Fire. But if you have a look at the replays of number 5, Just Call Me Mickey from the Greg and Sky Bond yard with Denny Roberts aboard, you will be very impressed. And if you want to go a little bit lighter, you may be able to go a little bit lighter in this leg and take a chance. Maybe take 2 jackpots and banker number 5, Just Call Me Mickey, because this is a serious horse in the making. Moving on to race number 8 on the card. It's the last leg of the jackpot, and this is where the best bet comes up. We do have 2 numbers here in the jackpot, numbers 3 and 6. Aldo, the best bet, number 3, Penny Black.
Yeah, really impressed last week. She's come off a big handicap from the stand. She's got plenty of gates beat to bird. She'll find the front, and stable's in form. And I just think this horse will run them off their legs a little bit. You got the great mare and wonderful to fly, sit back in the field, but she needs a few things to go her way. But I think Penny Black will go forward, dictate the race, and just be too fast for them.
And the second selection, number 6, Wonderful to Fly, a good last win. This could be a really nice Quinella inclusion there, or Exacta inclusion.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she's a great mare, been a great mare for a long time. If she drew inside Penny Black, I would have picked them the other way around. But I think with the barrier draw advantage, Penny Black wins.
Well, the draw is a huge advantage at Gloucester Park, hence number 3, Penny Black, being the firm first selection as well as the best bet. Number 6, Wonderful to Fly, currently trading at around about $12 in the anti-post market, represents some good value for the exactas and trifectas. So just recapping those numbers very quickly for you: 6, 4 and 1 in the first leg of the jackpot, by numbers 5 and 6, by numbers 5, 2, 8, by numbers 3 and 6. That will cost you 36 Rand. The best bet comes up in race number 8, and it is number 3, Penny Black. And if you want to go a little bit lighter, I'm going to say that again in the last leg of the jackpot, you can maybe take 2 jackpots and banker number 3, Penny Black. Not forgetting race number 3, where Aldo does drive number 5, Vanderbilt, and we'll be following that with great interest because he's given us plenty of confidence, and this represents value in the anti-post market, currently trading at around about $3.70. Of course, we will give you an update on the South African tote, so there's a lot to look forward to come this Friday at Gloucester Park. Aldo, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. Thanks very much for your time and effort, and we'll be holding thumbs for Vanderbilt in race 3 come Friday.
Thanks very much, and good punting, everyone.
Thanks to trainer driver Aldo Kodapasi there for providing us with his insight and detailed analysis on the race meeting that takes place this Friday at Gloucester Park, the 11th of April. If you're playing this jackpot and best bet, good luck to you.